I am Dion Walden, aka Keen Dex, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to become a killing machine on Dead by Daylight. Now before we start, I wanted to inform you all, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Keen Dex. Now to start off, in Dead by Daylight, there are different types of killers, and in order to pretty much just dive deep down to how to become a killer, I'm just going to use the Trapper as an example. Now, each killer has a specific ability or a specific item that they personally use. The Trapper uses bear traps, as you can see here right under the power, and it has add-ons. Now, the add-ons are going to be pretty much your bread and butter with your power. You need to be able to utilize the add-ons in order to enhance your killing as a killer. Now, for the Trapper, what I put on this trap is pretty much a little pouch, which is called a Trapper sack. Pretty much it just gives a killer an extra trap in order to utilize for traps. And then I have a longwood die, which is pretty much, it just makes traps hard to find, pretty much not really visible for the survivors to see, so it makes it easier for the survivors to get trapped, and it's easier for you to kill. Now, offerings are pretty much another important aspect of becoming the killer. Let me go ahead and press the offering. Now, offerings are pretty much a secondary superpower that you might be able to use. Some offerings are useful in getting you blood points, which helps you to advance, pretty much just level up your killer to pretty much to become a stronger killer, and to also prestige. I'll pretty much talk about the blood web here in a few minutes, but to go ahead and to dive deep on the offerings, just pretty much just make sure that you utilize your offerings really well. Each offering has its own special ability. Like I said, there are different types of offerings that gives you extra blood points. This one is pretty much like an oak. This pretty much just increases decreases the distance between the sacrificial hooks that you place the survivors on. Now, perks, add-ons, offerings, and just and all of the above, they're pretty much just ranked by color. There's common, rare, and very rare. And pretty much is also an ultra rare offering. Just make sure that you be able to just pay attention and read them carefully before you go into a match. I'm gonna go ahead and use this offering right here, which will give me the ability to kill the survivor by my hand, so I don't have to hook the survivor. Have the survivor on the hook. I can just kill him just pretty much just right off the bat. Now let's go ahead and talk about the blood web. Now, the blood web is, like I stated before, is pretty much on how you level up as a killer. You get blood points, which is right here, just pretty much just by doing daily rituals, which are right down here. If you press the left arrow, and it pretty much just has side missions or just tasks that you have to complete within a session. Now, pretty much how the blood web works is you pretty much just you pretty much just buy offerings, or just pretty much just perks that you can utilize within the game. Each level has a blood web, and you just pretty much just have to complete the blood web so you can level up. Now, there are 50 levels within the prestige. It's kind of similar to I don't know if you know like games like Call of Duty or just other games that have prestiges. So but as a prestige, you pretty much become a stronger killer. You even are able to have different killer abilities, and you're even actually save or actually have other abilities that you can share with other killers from your arsenal. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an example on what happens when you pretty much just select any offering or any perk from this blood web. Now you see I leveled up to level 6. So that's pretty much how that would work. Let me see here. Also, I failed to recognize the perks. Now the perks are the most important things that you can have as a killer. I can't stress it enough that you please utilize your perks. Now there are 4 perks that each killer can have. Pretty much if you're starting off as a beginner, you're going to start off with 1 perk from level 1, and when you get up to level 5, you pretty much end up getting 2 perks, and then when you get to level 10, you end up getting 3 perks, and when you get to level 15, you end up getting all 4 perks. Now you need to be able to utilize the perks and figure out which perks that you want to use as the killer. These are my personal favorites as the killer, especially as the trapper. This is the Whispers. So this perk gives you the ability to pretty much just locate the survivors. It pretty much just flashes on when you're close to a survivor that's pretty much just near you, and you can pretty much just try to locate them in that vicinity. The Deerstalker pretty much is a really helpful perk. What it does is when you knock down a survivor, and you pretty much have 2 hits until a survivor is completely down, what you do is, what this perk does is, say if I decide to leave that survivor to go get another survivor, the survivor that is pretty much just downed, this perk gives you the ability to actually show that survivor's aura when it's bleeding out. That way you'll be able to locate the survivor and then place it on the hook. And then my 2 other personal favorites, the spies from the shadows, are crows that there are going to be crows that will be placed off on every Dead by Daylight session. And say if a survivor ends up pretty much just scares a crow, the crow gives a distinctive sound, a pretty killer that a survivor is near that crow. So you can pretty much just utilize this perk. This is why it's one of my personal favorites. It's easier to hunt down a survivor that way. And then you pretty much just get the idea. This perk is called Brutal Strength. So this perk has the ability to help me recover from when a survivor pretty much just makes a wooden stake just fall down on me, so I'm able to like recover like really faster, and I'm able to also break generators down 20% faster than normal. So here in this tab, pretty much this is a customization menu for your killer. You pretty much just get the right to earn pretty much just clothes for your killer as soon as the more the times that you play Dead by Daylight, and you can also purchase clothes from the store, and you're even able to actually buy off more clothes or just add-ons to your killer by using your blood web. So, and last but not least, here's the killer menu where you can select which killer that you want to be. My favorite killer, my go-to killer, is always going to be the Trapper. To start off, this is the Wraith. So this killer has the ability to pretty much just turn invisible. So it has a camouflage mode, and it has a very distinctive sound, like a bell that rings whenever he rings the bell. That's when he's able to go into camouflage mode, and then he rings the bell again to get out of the camouflage mode, so he can be able to pretty much just damage a survivor. This is one of my favorites. Not not my ultimate favorite, but this is one of my favorites. Is the Hillbilly, which he has the ability to utilize his chainsaw, which makes him dash really fast, and he's even able to actually one tap. When I mean like one tap a survivor, he's able to actually down a survivor just by one hit, just by using a chainsaw. And then you have the Nurse, which is a teleportation type killer, and then you have the Hag, and then you have the Doctor, that you can pretty much just choose from. So, but as of right now, thank you for watching this video, and please just make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and just give this video a like if you enjoy it.